Greetings, patriots and Starseeds light workers, and of course our very brave military. Welcome to 1776 United. And I am Alex West. Today is April the 7th, 2026. I am posting on my new YouTube, which I will have to keep it a light, but I will try to get the information out to you. And I think YouTube has more of an open and free, content than TikTok will ever have. I believe TikTok, once they put a black mark on you, they'll shadow ban you, and of course keep your content in a tight corral. But that being said, today is, like I said, April the 7th. I'm Alex West, and I'm hoping to start moving some content out of TikTok because I'm still under suspension there. Now today, I want to keep it nice and light. I'm hearing a lot of things going on about trucks being stolen, cars being stolen. And I've gone over this once before, many times. I've gone over this. And if there's a way to stop all this nonsense from going on, I mean, there's, the thieves are actually getting into parkades now, and, behind guards, the wall of guards that are usually on duty, and not really knowing anything, and they'll pick out a vehicle and they'll lift it up and, take whatever they need from it at that point. Usually it's the tires, and they're very good at what they do, and then they, of course, throw it in their vans or trucks or whatever they want, and they take off with it. That's the way they can collect a whole shitload of money. Now, my question is why is everybody going out and buying these new, overrated, overpriced, underachieving vehicles that are paying 120, 150, whatever, 110,000, maybe 80,000, maybe 90,000. I don't even know what they are as far as price goes. But, for that kind of money, you can build yourself a superior vehicle, because I've done it. I've done it many times. In fact, I've got one right now. It's a truck and a camper built, and it's never failed me, and it would be impossible for them to break into. Now, they can break into it. It'd be impossible for them to get it running. First of all, there's all kinds of ways. They would never be able to steal my tires as well, just for the simple fact is that they've got long spikes on them, and they're locked inside the hub system. So, there is ways and precautions, and people say, well, you go, you spend all this money. Well, really, I've got with the truck, the rebuilt frame, truck frame, very heavy duty, airbags, 5.9 Cummins, old school stuff, 5-speed, get rag tranny in it, standard. Standard's another thing. I mean, these young kids don't know how to drive a standard. So, learn how to drive a standard and then put one in your truck. And then rebuild these things from old, the vehicles that were built out of steel in those days. Not a bunch of aluminum and plastic that they have nowadays. Now, I've only got $25,000 into it, and what do you have into it? You've got more than 80, maybe 75, 65, whatever the price is. It's usually those newer vehicles are anything over, they're all pretty much over 60,000. So, right off the get-go, you're already saving, 40 to 50 grand and keeping that in your pocket. And then you're having to insure a older vehicle, which is not going to be some stupid, outrageous price that nobody can get their heads around, because you're having to replace overpriced, under these parts that are coming through. They are inferior parts, that's what I'm trying to say, to put it on these overpriced vehicles. So And these kids nowadays, or thieves or professionals or whatever they want to call them, they have their way with it because they know how to break into them. They know to where to knock out the computer systems. I mean, they're these guys are pros. And I say, it completely throws them off to see a old, um, you know 1991 or 1985 frame and chassis, completely overhauled, and with the locking pins, not to get under the hood. They can't get at these things. They just cannot, and they don't know where to start. So they don't even touch them. That being said, I would recommend that everybody, get a project vehicle going. Also, you're going to find that, um, the breakdowns are going to be few and far between. And if you do get in a situation where there is a breakdown, those parts are easily ordered in and obtained, and easily to be switched out. So it's not going to be very, very hard to do. Any mechanic that is old school knows how. It would just absolutely loves working on them. They hate working on this new shit. So, I think that would bring down. I'm not claiming I have all the answers for everything, but in my world, I practice what I preach, and I don't have any issues. I don't park my vehicles in parkades. I don't live in an apartment. I live, next to my vehicles where I can see them at any given time. And I've got 4 vehicles. I got 4 vehicles in a trailer container. So, and they're all secure, and I don't have any issues. I mean, there's nothing, of huge value in these things, anyways. But just my personal effects and stuff like this, that it wouldn't be worth for them to go after. But when you display a 70, 80, $100,000, $120,000 vehicle out there, such as pretty much 90% of the people do nowadays, that's just a heat score. That's all it is, just a complete heat score. And it's the thieves and the professionals, they target stuff like that. They'll take the whole damn vehicle right out of your driveway because they know how to do it. Now they can't do that, short of lifting the truck, off its ass end. But even at that point, they would have a very, very hard time doing it because on how the old system has been built. When you put these old vehicles into park and put the e-brake on, they're not like the new stuff. The new stuff, those e-brakes will snap very, very easily, and they're onto another vehicle and hauled away very, very quickly. So I would make a project. You guys out there that don't want to get into any of that stuff, that's fine. Go find yourself a couple of backyard mechanics that want to put a project together, and rather, and if you're out there looking for a vehicle, the trouble is with North America, and in most cases pretty much the world, we want shit right now. We want to be able to put a key in